Hi, and welcome to another 5-minute tech tip with Dave Casuto and SF Tech Training. So this topic is going to be about how to work with combination charts or combo charts. So what on earth is a combo chart, and when are you going to need them, and why will you need them? If you look at this data here, you will see that we have months, we have impressions, and we have number of clicks. I want to have both of these on a chart, and I want to be able to see the relationship between these. Now the problem that you're going to face with a number of things is that you're going to have a different kind of unit of measure. So one could just be like dollars and percentages, right? It could also be like, different currencies potentially that you're going against each other. Okay, so this is a very good example. So I want to be able to see the relationship between the number of impressions and the number of clicks. This is for search engine optimization. So the process to create a new combo chart is the same as you do for a regular chart. So I just need to highlight all my data. So let me just go ahead and just click and go all the way down to the end here. I got all my data, and we go to insert like you normally do. And buried in all of this craziness is something called combo chart. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, and you'll notice that they give me a number of different kind of like preview options or whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the first one, see what it does. And it doesn't really give me a lot, because what's the problem here? The problem is I have one axis. That's the issue here. This is just one axis, and the axis that wins is the number of impressions, and I don't really see anything for the number of clicks. Okay, so it's not really giving me a fair sort of overview or a fair sort of assessment and illustration of what's actually going on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to this change chart type, and you'll notice that there is a chart type called combo, right? Pretty cool. So I see that there, but nothing really changes. So I need to go down to this part here, and I need to tell Excel that I have a secondary axis. Okay, so you can see here impressions and number of clicks. They're both on the same axis. This is known as an axis. So all I need to do is say, hey, listen, number of clicks just needs to be on its own axis. So I click on that, and then nice. That's exactly what I want to see here. So I can actually see that there's a relationship, potentially, something that might call out to me, between these two. Or possibly I'm going to go another direction, right? That may switch things up for you a little bit. Okay, totally up for you. And you may even want to choose a different type of chart that you want to have here. So you can try experiment with them. So you see that's a little more visual. So maybe that kind of has a little bit more of an impact for you. Okay, and you'll also see that there's a number of preset ones just like this. So when you change it, you may have to actually still add on that secondary axis, and there you go. So pretty powerful stuff here, and a little bit hidden as far as I'm concerned, but really nice to be able to communicate this. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep this one, click OK. I come back here, and I have this nice looking chart here, and very easily I could even isolate some of these. So if I want to really kind of like point out that, okay, this is a key point here. So when I click on it and then I click on it again, I'm able to isolate this, and I'm going to go over here to format, and I really want to make that stand out. So I'll make that maybe green. So now I can have that. I'll do the same thing for this one, isolate it out, choose that, that's now green. And then notice how these are all individually isolated as well, separate from this. Okay, but notice they're not necessarily available to isolate because they're not individual bars like this as individual columns. Okay, so I'm gonna click away so you can take a look at that, and pretty nice. So I encourage you to also check out some of our other videos on how to create charts from scratch and also how to animate charts. All right, so hopefully this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, if you have any requests for topics, you can always reach out through the YouTube channel or through my LinkedIn.